Alrighty, let me take you inside the kind of trade that used to trip me up and it still does. You have got everything lining up, higher time frame bias is clean, such as daily and the 4-hour, and you can see that demand's holding from the 1-hour time frame as well. And you even get that textbook 1-hour structure shift, showing that bullish momentum is kicking in because of the daily and the 4-hour time frame. But then boom, 4-hour supply just sitting there like a red flag. And you're like, do I take it or is this gonna be another trap? So there will be hesitation before the execution. Right? And this was that kind of trade for me. But here's the twist. I followed the plan exactly, and what happened next gave me a key refinement that I'm going to carry forward. So this was the 19th of June, pound dollar. I was heavily bullish bias coming into the session. This was the daily time frame. If we just quickly go over for it, we have been pretty much bullish momentum. So this was the very strong low that led to the convincing breakup structure. Internal is bullish. Now we are pulling back. That means it's just a pullback into this daily key area, and then we can see the turnaround. So keeping it simple, this demand was very high probability. It was a flip, has inducement in the discount, right? So at least getting the reactions is expected, and even on the 1-hour time frame and the M15 to capitalize this move from the daily is more than enough to have a winning trade, right? So that's the main game plan coming into the session in that day for me, and heavily bullish because of the daily time frame. So if we go on the 4-hour time frame quickly, what do we have? We have this bearish momentum to the downside because 4-hour was bearish just to facilitate the daily swing pullback, because anytime we can expect that higher lows from the daily, because now this is the time to turn around. Even though 4-hour is bearish, now we may be ready to switch bullish because of the daily time frame. So looking at the recent price action, yes, the bearish order flow is bearish, but where are we coming from? We're coming from this daily demand where we are expecting that continuation to happen from the 1-hour and the 4-hour time frame. And even though 4-hour 1-hour order flow is bearish, because of that it's gonna turn around and it's gonna switch to bullish if we are getting the higher low formation, which is this one. So yes, order flow was bearish, but coming into the session, what I was expecting, I was just trying to play that bullish move into this 4-hour supply, because this 4-hour supply is very high probability, and because it's swap liquidity, has inducement, and combining with daily demand, I was just expecting if we can get 1-hour strong bullish order flow, so that I can capture this kind of move into this 4-hour supply, and then we will reassess. So let me go quickly on the 1-hour time frame, what I was saying, right? So 1-hour was bearish, strong bearish momentum, but because of the daily and the time frame, 4-hour time frame, what we're expecting, we may see that continuation on the 1-hour time frame because of the key area we're coming from. So it's always having that higher time frame in mind and trading in line with that, not against. Because of this strong momentum to the downside from the 1-hour perspective, if we just look at the 1-hour in isolation, what we can see, we can literally follow this bearish momentum because the momentum is strong. But what do we know? We know that we are coming off daily and for our key area, and this is the time where we see that turnaround. So it's combining that with the higher time frames is really key and gonna help you make a better decision during the execution, right? Before we go into this trade, if this breakdown is helping you guys to see how I actually process trades in real time, then hit the subscribe button. I post this like every week, wins, losses, and the refinements that I can do in my trading plan and all of it. So it's not just the strategy, right? It's just the execution. So I'm documenting the gap between the two so that we both can grow together and have better performance in the trading. So yeah, let me go now into the 1-hour time frame. What do we have? We have this bearish move. Order flow is pretty much bearish. We know this supply is in control. So what I'm expecting coming into the session is nice reaction from the supply. Demand took over so that we can play the buys. So there will be a few scenarios that I'm thinking, having that focus in my mind before actually getting into the live market. What I was planning, like, okay, I'm not really aggressive on the sells. Why? Because we are coming off daily demand where we are expecting that move to continue. I don't want to be really aggressive. So for sells, the only thing that I want to see is nice corrective pullback into this supply. We got nice shift having liquidity to target over there. So if we have form like this, then I'll play sell. And I would not be aggressive on sells if price is here, because anytime we can see that continuation. So for sells only, that's the scenario that I was forecasting. And for longs, there will be a couple of scenarios where I was expecting what I was thinking, like okay, for longs I really want to see that strong bullish order flow kick in so that I can capitalize the long up to this 4-hour supply. So any buys is just a pullback into this 4-hour supply, because this can actually hold as well, because order flow is clean bearish. We may see that deeper pullback into the daily and then probably go right. Yes, this is the key high probability demand where that we can expect. But if we zoom in, what do we have? We have this clean demand just in front of it, just below that. So we can even use this as an inducement to mitigate much deeper here, and then we may go there. So there is a couple of scenarios that I was expecting, but since this is the high probability demand that led to the convincing breakup structure, trying to be ambitious and capture that a little bit of reaction can be enough to have a winning trade. That's exactly what I was forecasted. So scenario first will be to see clear interaction between supply and demand to cover, and then play along from there, or have deeper mitigation and eventually get that shift and to play the long from there. So what I'm really forecasting before session is that since the order flow is bearish and my bias is pretty much bullish from the daily and the 4-hour, I really want to see now 1-hour order flow to shift bullish. So with that, what we're gonna have? We're gonna have daily, 4-hour, 1-hour all aligned to catch that bullish move, because that's what I'm planning now. I'm not really interested in sales at all. So only the game plan is to play the longs, but now I really want to see that order flow shift during the session to capitalize on that move, right? Okay, now let's go bar by bar. Okay, so this is the supply and control. We're getting a nice push up coming into this demand, which is expected, right? We are in the supply now. Nothing for me yet. We got a nice reactions. So like I was saying, what I really want to see is nice reactions. Now if I see this, then I'll be happy to play the long from there. But when we pull back, it should not mitigate the supply, because if we mitigate the supply, then there is a likelihood that price may want to come back down a little bit to mitigate much deeper. And yeah, we got a nice reaction from the supply. Nothing else. We didn't get that order flow shift yet. What we got now? We got a sweep of the lows. Nice. That's exactly what I wanted to see. We got a nice sweep of liquidity to the lows into this daily demand. Nice M15 bullish candle just after Frankfurt open, showing that we may see the continuation, right? But currently we are still in bearish order flow. So now what I really want to see is strong push up so that order flow is bullish, and then I'll just try to capture this move. Let's see. Okay, we reacted into the supply, right? See, we got reaction and then fell. That means now this is the demand in control. What do we have? Now we got that order flow shift. Exactly what we were forecasting, right? If you look on the daily, what do we have? We are coming into this daily demand, and now this is the area where we can see that move. And from the 4-hour as well, we know that there is a likelihood for price to have that move up to the supply at least, and at least to sweep this low. So now I'm just planning to go long from there to just capture move. So what I was planning is, like, if we can get that tight stop before reaching that supply, then this is gonna be a lovely trade to have 2R. So that's what I was planning. Yeah, we'll see how it goes then. All right, so now we have this perfect lead inside the POI that I'm gonna use that as an inducement for my entry model. Nice. So we got M15 liquidation. We got this nice strong bullish candle body close as well, and this was the plan, right? Having that buy stop, and that was the 2.2R. So this was the trade idea, right? But here's the twist. Now where is my take profit? Take profit is in the 4-hour supply. So this is the instances like I don't really feel comfortable trading into the 4-hour supply. That's really high probability and is in control. If my take profit was just here, even here, I would have considered taking it, but I didn't took it, right? So here is the key refinements into the coming day, because this trade idea exactly played as forecasted. The trade idea was really clean and it moved to the upside. The trade idea was really clean, that I missed this move, but that's exactly what my plan was. So coming into the in future, in the next few trades, what I'm planning, or what I'm gonna make and what I'm gonna collect the data on is like, when everything is aligned by the daily and the 4 hour, I think I can be allowed to be aggressive on the 1 hour time frame and use that aggressive management. Because what can be done here, what would be better was like, all right, so I'm favoring buys, right? I got my entry candle here, but I didn't took it because my take profit was 4 hour supply, because that's what my plan is, because I can't trade against the 4 hour supply that wasn't really in control, because we're coming with bearish momentum, so this can actually follow through. If this take profit was here, I would be happy to take it. That was my initial plan. But since that take profit was inside, I was not really comfortable. So this can literally go like that as well. So I was not being more ambitious, and I was a little bit conservative because that's my personality. I don't want to be really aggressive. And what could have been done in this one was just getting into the trade, and once we reach this 4 hour supply, just moving stop loss to break even, so that I can have that risk-free trade. You know, when everything is aligned, I think we can be a little bit ambitious and use that aggressive management, because the trade idea is really clean. And in this case, it works so perfectly, and I missed the move. So this is very key for me, and I'm glad that this price action happened, so that I can really study my own style. And I think in these situations, I can use that aggressive management, that is like stop loss to move to break even once we reach key area, just in case we can you know, just go like that, because that's what actually happened, right? And if it's lost, then it's a loss. At least I played the idea. So to simplify this, I'm just gonna use this blank chart. So what did we have? So this is the daily time frame, right? We got this daily demand, breakup structure, and now this is the median time frame now, or 4 hour time frame, and the 1 hour time frame. So we have this strong bearish move, right? And this was the 4 hours. This was internal was bearish, but we're coming off this daily demand. So this is the area where we can see that another leg up and the daily time frame, right? So now if we got that strong shift on the 1 hour time frame, so this is the 1 hour time frame, I can be more ambitious and play this move with the expectation that this bearish move is gonna switch bullish, because we're coming off daily demand. So this is the 1 hour time frame, and we are pretty much heavily bearish. And now if we got a strong shift, I can be more ambitious and capture this kind of move, even though 1 hour is bearish, because from the daily and the 4 hour, what we know, that we may see that push up, we may see that weak high to target. So I can be a little bit more ambitious, and this is what I'm gonna work on in coming days. And let's see if I can get a good sample size and be that flexible when everything is aligning, especially the daily and the 4 hour, because that takes precedent over 1 hour time frame and the M15, right? Yeah, so if that's a breakdown. It's really key having that high time frames in line with that auto flow on the 1 hour time frame, because you are essentially playing that 1 hour daily and the 4 hour idea, and being flexible and loose on the 1 hour time frame, even though it's bearish, because we are coming from very good area of value. We may see the continuation on the 1 hour time frame, and I have seen this few times. Like it really, this 4 hour supply can really fail, and because the daily is taking precedent, right? So this is like what happened was we got this strong bullish move, right? So this is the bullish move. We know this is the daily demand, and have this clean inducement just below, and this is the area where we are gonna expect this move. So because this is where in the daily demand, right? And yes, it's bearish, like it's very complex price action. If you see this one, right now we are in this daily area. So now this is the move that I'm trying to play. That's why I can be a little bit more ambitious and just trade in line higher time frames, even though 1 hour and the 4 hour is against. But here is the key thing, that once we are in this 4 hour supply, just in case we roll to the downside, just have that stop loss to break even. So this is key, that, you know, like just be aware of the both cases and try to play that move that I was forecasting. So before the session, what I was saying, I'll just try to capture this bullish move until this here. So until it reach here, just be in the trade. because the trade idea is still valid. And if we are getting that move, then yeah, fine, we'll have a winning trade. If not, then yeah, we'll have a loss. But the trade idea was very high probability, and I have to be flexible on the coming days, and let's see how it goes, right? So yeah, if you're on this same journey, I'm documenting your trades, and you know, like struggling to trust in your trading plan and everything, then this is where we do, right? We are here to fill the gap between your planned analysis and the execution being objectively, right? So if you are forecasting that bullish move coming session, and now we are here, and you are expecting to capture this move coming session, but due to the hesitation you didn't took it, right? And this is the key. We have to fill the gap. This was planned, and during the execution it didn't happen. We didn't do it. So going through that kind of review, and you know, having that psychology gap as well, where we have planned but we are now not executing actually in the live market, can really impact us. So this is where we fill the gap. I think coming days it's going to be really awesome to catch some trades as well, and can really go in depth like this. So if you want to see more, yeah, just support and hit the subscribe button, and let me know if you have any questions, or connect via email. I'm gonna put that in the description. Yeah, let's connect, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Cheers.